So I decided to make a more detailed video, and this time it's gonna give you more detail, obviously, like I just said, about the abuse that I went through. I also want to say that one of my friends recently gave me his YouTube channel, my abuser's, my children's father, and I just want to say that I'm proud of him because he's making his dreams come true. I still care very deeply for him. It will never go away. I have 2 kids with him. I just want to say that it's not easy to get over somebody. You'll still love them. They'll always be a part of you, no matter what you do. But here I go. I have it written down, so if you hear pages flipping, it's just me. Okay, so it says domestic violence is a real, true thing that people go through. It's heartbreaking. It's devastating. Some people are never able to free from it. Some die from their abuse. Some are able to escape the abuse. I was a victim of domestic violence. Thankfully, I was able to escape. I was lucky enough to be somewhere safe that I'd be at for a while. I took advantage of it and opened up about the abuse. After watching a movie with my mom, I said, "Mom, what do you do when you need to tell somebody and you can't tell them?" My mom then noticed something was wrong and asked what it was. She pried bits and pieces out of me. It wasn't very easy to get it out at first. I highly doubt that she expected me to tell her that I was getting abused. She told the doctors and also called my sister Heather. And the word reached out to my family. I remember feeling afraid, scared that nobody would believe me, scared they would blame me, most of all scared that he would hurt me some more. I remember the doctor coming in and me telling him and explaining to him what happened. He told me, "You are in a very high risk and dangerous relationship. You need to leave now or you'll most likely end up dead." I was terrified. My mom made me break up with him and block him. It hurt like hell. I have been in contact with him a few times since the day because he has a control over me. And I loved him more than I have ever loved someone besides my kids. I gave him unconditional love, even though he hurt and damaged me. I never wanted my kids to grow up in a broken family like I did. It sucks, and it hurts. I just hope someday they understand. I am scared to give someone that amount of love I gave him. I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to. Every time I get into another relationship, I become afraid that I'll get hurt again. After leaving him, I built a good and solid life for myself. It took a lot of time and dedication, but I made it happen. I am proud of myself, and I am happy. It's been a very long time since I have been happy, and I am finally happy. That happiness does not take away the memories of the abuse. I still suffer with nightmares of what happened. I still remember the first time the abuse got physical. He threw an electrical cord at me. I got electrocuted. I thought he didn't mean to, but it continued happening. I remember I was about 7 months pregnant with my son. We got into a fight, so I went outside and started to sing songs. He came out, we talked. He then got in my face, so I walked away, and then he threw a box at me. My sister Jessica witnessed and told me to get my ass in the house. I covered for him stupidly. It got worse. He threw an Xbox controller at me, started hitting me, doing things to me when I said no or stop. He started choking me to where my vision would go black. I used to have bruises everywhere. Nobody questioned it. I was stuck. The one day he said, "It should have been you instead of Courtney." For those of you that do not know who Courtney is my sister that passed away when I was 5 years old. The night before she passed away, I had a nightmare that she was going to pass away the way she did, which was by a drunk driver. That nightmare has continued to go with me throughout my entire life and has haunted me ever since. My sister Jessica also had a nightmare the night before, or a few days before, or something like that it was me that had gotten killed instead of Courtney. So, when he said that to me, when he said it should have been me instead of Courtney, when I was staring at a little baby photo of my beautiful 13-year-old sister that passed away, it killed me, and it has stuck with me more than any of the abuse did. He then proceeded to choke me after saying those words. I'd be in the shower, doing nothing, say something to my family, or get a little mouthy, and he would just push me into the room, lock the door, and hurt me, no matter how much I begged him not to. These are things that will stick with me throughout my whole life. He destroyed me. I used to be a good girl, who spoke all day, every day. Now I hardly speak. I closed myself off from my family and friends, and now I'm rebuilding those relationships. I used to be carefree. Now I'm cautious, always looking over my shoulder. I still feel his hands around my neck at times. I see bruises that are not there anymore. I am still scared. I am still terrified for my life. No, abuse is okay. And no, abuse is not, oh, this happened, pity me. It is true pain and messes you up for the rest of your life. I hope my worst enemy never goes through what I had. I am so thankful that I left. It was not always bad. There were really, really good memories. A lot of them. But you cannot let the good memories make you forget he is dangerous. Love should not hurt. I used to get abused by the guy I loved on a daily basis. It destroyed me. There is help out there. I didn't know it at the time. When my family found out, they were there for me. I talked to someone on a hotline, as well as attending domestic violence classes. I remember having to cover his handprints that was on my neck. I am finally growing strong from it. For a while after it happened, I could not wear scarves or necklaces, even though I love that type of stuff. However, I am able to wear them again some days, and some days I cannot, as some days are harder. But I'm getting stronger every day. No, I'll never be the same, nor should you expect me to. I still have a lot of issues with it, but I'm stronger than I was a year ago. I flinch when people come around me to play with me, to give me a hug, to just give me a kiss on the cheek. I flinch. And for those of you who wonder why, the abuse that I went through, that is why. And the cycle of domestic violence. End it now. Don't be afraid to reach out. There is always help. If you see somebody getting abused, call 911 immediately. They will help you. They will help them. You don't need to be stuck in that situation. It is a terrible situation to feel stuck in. And I don't want anybody to ever have to go through it. Today, I haven't told anybody this yet, but today I had seen the bruises that I talked about in here, seeing them even though they're not there. I saw it on my neck, like right around here, and then also on my arm. I freaked out. I had a moment where I just couldn't stand it, and I started to not be able to breathe. I went into a little tiny panic attack because of it. But I got through it. I'm wearing a necklace today. I had to get out of the mirror. I had to look away from that mirror. And I had to cover up my arms today. That's what I had to do. There's ways to cope. It's hard. It's difficult. but we need to leave the situation. The memories, they will start to come a lot more once you leave the situation. That's what happened with me. End this cycle of domestic violence and end it now.